Okay, so I got that undercut out. It's not a very big undercut because it's got a good lean to it, so I don't need to put a big undercut in. I'd probably get pinched if I tried to. And I almost didn't need a springboard. I was so close to getting all of it without a springboard, but there's no way I'd be able to reach the far side. Just the way this tree is growing out of the hill that I needed a springboard, but I could have got most of it without the springboard. It's amazing how much you can cut without needing a springboard. I mean, this is real steep ground, so you kind of need a springboard more often than if it's the same tree on flatter ground. Yeah, I'll show you here. So there's my springboard there. I was thinking about pushing it out this way. That's what I was thinking about doing. Would have made it easier, but it's fine. It wasn't that hard. And okay, so you can see here. See, it's not leaning too heavily down the hill, not too much. It's like straight downhill. But let me just get up here. Look at this, I'll show you. See, it's not even all the way into the back. You see that? There's a big gap there. So that's why I was trying to hammer it in even farther. But it was just so tight, it's such a tight fit that it was sturdy enough. But I always like to try and get it to the very back. But it was in there tight, it was not going anywhere. Okay, so you see this little bit in the far end over there? See how that little bit over there? It's a natural indentation in how the tree grew, right? See how it grew like that? That's fine, that's no big deal. Because I'll show you. The high side here, going straight up. Oh, it's that pretty bright out. But, see, a lot of it is on the right side of top dead center. So a lot of weight pulling that way. So I don't need a big undercut. I don't know if I should bore it. I'm not gonna bore it. Yeah, I won't need to. But unfortunately, like there's the last tree that fell with the other springboard. It's leaning heavy right there, right over that bluff over there. There's nothing I can do. I can't put it anywhere else. I can't swing it up into there. It's leaning too heavy. There's no way I'll be able to swing it up to there. Oh, pardon, fell a big tree. Oh, that was a good one, good crash. Yeah, so that's just where it's gonna go. And that's just hope for the best that there's minimal damage. So that's just how it goes out here on the coast. When you got big wood, steep ground, steep, rough, broken ground, you got big wood leaning in an unfavorable position. And you know, cat face and rot and put springboards in. It's really challenging to try and save it out, but sometimes you just gotta follow it where it's leaning. And if it's leaning so hard, you can't even direct it. It's hard to direct it. You know, the heavier it's leaning, the more it wants to go in that one spot. You can kind of swing it a little bit here and there. Unlike if it's growing straight up and down, you can fall anywhere. So I'm really limited, and I just happen to have a bluff right there. And the comments, a lot of people are asking, how do you get the wood off the hill? Because I'm middle of nowhere, not near any road. There is a road at the valley bottom, but I'm like 1,000 feet up from the road. And everyone asks, you know, how do you get the logs down to the road? Well, by helicopter. This is heli logging. So we have a small helicopter that just flies crew in and out of the block, a transport helicopter, you know, a little 206 or a 500. That's what we call them. I don't know what brand, what company makes it. I don't know what the manufacturer is. So 206, 500, they're two different types. The 500s are the best. But we got a 206 in this job. It works fine. It's another common type of helicopter we use, but everyone likes the 500 better. And then, so the big helicopter, there's several types of big helicopters that can lift these logs off the hill. We're using the 61, the Sikorsky 61. But the biggest one that we can use, and there is one here on the coast, there were a couple, but now they're just down to one. That's the air crane. I think air crane is the name of the company. It's a Sikorsky 64. That's the type of chopper, but we just call it air crane. I think Okay, so I heard stories a long time ago that I could lift 24,000 pounds, and then because they were ripping out transmissions and cracking the frame and all this kind of stuff, that they went down to 20,000 pounds. And then I think now they're down to 18,000 pounds because it's not so hard on the machine. And then since the Ukraine Russia war going on, it was hard to get parts. This is what I'm hearing, like third-hand news here. So apparently it was hard to get parts, and some other choppers that were flying logs couldn't fly. I just hear rumors, you know, no one tells me anything. We're just rumors in camp of what's going on. But this was a couple years ago when it started. The Ukraine war, Russian thing started. But the Sikorsky 61, there's a lot of them flying right now. So I guess they got parts from other parts of the world. So they're flying now, it's no big deal. Yeah, so, and there's a few others. The cam off, the Chinook. I don't think even the Chinook even flies anymore. There hasn't been one out here in years, as far as I know. And the cam off, it's around, but 61 is what I've mostly been cutting lately. There's several different companies that have a 61, Sikorsky 61. Yeah, I don't know which one's coming in on this job, so, or what company is coming in on this job to fly. I don't know. Also, I don't think I'd tell you guys anyway because privacy, you know. I'm sure there's a bunch of hippies, environmentalists watching my channels, watching my videos, so, you know, don't want them knowing where I'm working, right? Top secret. You just don't want you don't want to have a confrontation, don't want to be stirring up a ruckus. So I'm going to get to work now, and that's me finish babbling, wasting time. So I'll set up the camera and we'll get this thing done. must have not cut enough on the low side. That's what it is. You don't want to cut too much or you get pitched, eh? There she goes. Well, it took us a little bit more. Wow, I'm impressed. A lot of it saved out. Yeah, from there all the way up to there. That all saved out. I can't see what's around this ledge here. Wow, that worked out great. That worked out great. Long ways down there to go bucket though, but at least it's clean, easy ground. I can get down there fast. Go buck that. Wow. Okay, that worked out great. Yeah, there was quite a bit more here I had to cut. But so much downhill lean. Well, downhill, but mostly leaning. Compression is mostly like right in here. So if you cut too much, it's gonna sit on your saw. Like, sometimes I'll leave a little extra. Like I won't push it, you know, and then if I have to come back and cut more, then that's better than getting pinched. Right on, okay.